Dean President of UPB, so basically instead of planning the events, I'm managing the people planning the events. And so that, and it also goes along with, I'm kind of like a treasurer too, so I'm in charge of all the finances for UPB, and then just the kind of like daily operations, I guess, so email, phone calls, just that kind of stuff. Currently, since because of the pandemic, our committees have it's been more of just a overall team effort. Before, it used to be very much so, if you're on the university events committee, you're only doing university events, but now it's just everyone's working together basically. Yeah. And so it's made it a different dynamic, but it's been really fun. UPB is great for gaining leadership competencies. So probably some of the biggest things you can learn through UPB, in my opinion, would have to be verbal communication, resiliency, being able to bounce back, just especially because of the pandemic, we've had major setbacks, but being able to bounce back from that and continue and have a positive attitude going forward. And then just overall collaboration and teamwork, being able to work with other people is really important, and I feel like UPB does a great job of cultivating those skills. Everything, it starts with an idea, and so that's where our committee is so heavily involved with, because in our committee meetings we'll have brainstorming sessions, and it'll just be idea generation between us and the committee members, and it can start off with just one person having like a buzzword. They say one thing and then it just goes back and forth between all these members until finally like we have the final result of what the event actually is going to be. And so it all just starts with one idea, and then it just soars from there. We work with different professional agents, and it starts with just a conversation with them being like, what celebrities, or I don't want to say celebrities, what speakers, what artists, who do you have right now that is willing to come to a campus and have a conversation with us? And then it goes from that into more of like a contract process. So it's a lot of business stuff first, and then we go into booking the venue, figuring out tickets, whether we're gonna put the tickets on sale, how many, if they're gonna be for public or just for students. And then once all of that like contract stuff is kind of done, then it goes into the fun part, which is what are we gonna ask the speaker when they come? What type of novelties are we going to get specifically for the students? And so it definitely, there's the business side, fun side. I mean, I think the business side is also kind of fun, just learning about that type of stuff. But yeah, a lot of people, they don't realize that we are a student-run organization, and they just kind of assume, all of a sudden on their Instagram feed, they see we're releasing this and they're like, wow. And then they have immediate reaction to it. And a lot of the times, whether that's positive or negative, the biggest thing I think of is just, we're just students. Like this is just what we happen to be involved in on campus, and it's something that we find fun. And so I understand that a lot of the times they just see, oh my gosh, they're having this speaker, but all of the stuff that goes into putting that speaker on, or putting that university event on, putting that travel trip on, there's so much that goes into just that one single event. And so understanding that we are just students putting this on, I feel like that's a good thing just to have in the back of their head.